Yeah. Sometimes I get so mad, there's no controlling me. My thoughts get so bad, I'm like, I might grab a bat, I don't know. My wrath, my blood boils over like, oh God, here goes. I lost all feeling from my head to my toes. You said some shit that I can't let go, so just stay tuned for the rest of the show. So have you ever felt betrayed? Switches how you see things, realize something needs change. Cause I know you got me up, let me show you what's up. Cause enough is enough. I'll take a face full of pavement just to make a statement. I know there's no turning back. Oh God, adrenaline wasted, so mad I can taste it. I know there's no turning back. I'll do what it takes, I ain't making mistakes like that. I'll bleed on your face to make you go take it back. I'll lose my shit and I go crazy when I'm mad. And now you go wish you shut the fuck up real bad. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. And now that I'm gone, yeah, I know there's no turning back. I'll take smoke, I'ma poke a hole through you, choking's overdue. Come at me and you won't get any older, dude. Crack your holder too. Heating up inside of me, blood so violently. Thanks for trying me. Now it's finally time to see how this rivalry becomes a dynasty.
Hey guys, I was just popping in. I know there's another creators live, so I just wanted to pop on and let you guys know that I am going through the monetization process, and I wanted to say thank you. And I will be doing crafts tomorrow and stuff like that. It's just been kind of a crappy weekend, a little bit. We're starting to get snow and stuff like that again. And yeah, so I'm going to finish up with dinner tonight. And I wanted to again say thank you so much for helping out with the watch hours. Hey, Amber. It's just been, whew. How are you doing, cuz? So this bitty puppy has turned into a moose. Come here. Come here. Be nice. If you guys want to see her real quick, that's fine. Hold on. Come here. Come on. Come here if you want to come up. What am I having for dinner? I am having salmon and avocado and, hey, Sally Mae. And, well, here, I'll show you. This is what you eat when you're on a renal diet and your cholesterol sucks. So here's some radishes, some cucumbers. What else is in there? Carrots and celery. And how much of it is delicious? Not very much of it, but that's okay. But I got a really good fruit tray, and yeah, I had some salmon. It's over here. Dude, you know, Sally Mae said, Clint, tell Clint, fly, Eagles fly. We can stay on for a couple minutes. There's another creator on, and I just don't want to, I don't feel comfortable going live when other people do. I think it's just I just think it's a polite thing. Thank you.
The Eagles and the Chiefs winning.
So has everybody's weekend been okay? Because we started to get snow again today. So it's like, really? And then this week I meet with the oncologist for the MRI results. So Glenn said no. Glenn said no. Eddie, did you want to come up for a couple minutes? Let me see here. I have a fruit tray with my name all over it. Not too bad. We just got a half an inch of snow. Yeah, we just got a sprinkle of it. Hey, Sarah, where have you been? How are you doing? Go in here. Let me see here. So Clint and I were talking today because Mia and the new pup are really not getting along all that well. I don't know if It's just because Mia, I don't know if it's because her breed, you know, Jack Russell, they're very, hold on. Hold on real quick.
What's going on? Hello, everybody in chat.
Oh my gosh, you're going to have to, okay. So just bear with me for a second. So when I was incarcerated, when I got out, Vince was nice enough. He had taken Mia, and Chloe was placed with somebody. I've gotten contradicting stories that she was in a shelter and this and that. Well, I had spoke to Tisda was one of the people who wanted to get Chloe. And I guess I'm not really sure what has happened, but it's not fair to Mia. It's definitely not. And when Mia was a baby, Chloe had already been 2 or 3 years older than her. And Mia has just not been very adjusted to any other animal. But here's where I'm a little bit perplexed is, sorry, Eddie. I have a pug, and when I got out from being incarcerated, no one ever returned Chloe. I have not heard anything. It was like Chloe just dissipated. So when I had still gotten out, obviously I was still wanting to get adjusted to my meds and stuff like that. But I would like to know where Chloe is. It's not fair to Mia. And because of her breed, it makes it she's a little more territorial. I cannot go anywhere ever since I've had Mia back here, because if I leave, then she has to go everywhere that I go. She did not do that before when she had her sister. So I get out, and again, I've heard conflicting stories and stuff like that. So I was, figured out that she was with somebody that I knew. I talked to Vince. Vince said, "Hey, Uber." Vince told me that he would have kept her. The other person said that if he would have known, he would have kept her. Again, I'm not so angry about the placement of it. What hurts me is Chloe's has she had a disease, or has, it was called, is it Cushman's, Clint? Cushing's disease. I purchased the medication. Chloe also had palate surgery where the back of her, back in here, because she was a chug, that was completely shaved. Her tongue was shaved. Hey, just saying. Chloe also had pins in her hind legs. And Chloe was probably the best damn dog that I ever had in my whole life. And when I got out, I know a lot of people online, they wanted to get her. So I have Chloe's records. I've called so many shelters that she definitely wasn't placed in a shelter. This was supposed to be a somewhat foster situation or something. I don't know what happened, but here's the thing. No, I have no idea where Chloe is. And at this point, I'm at the point, I don't care who you are to me. It is absolutely hateful and narcissistic of anybody. I don't care what you think about me, but Mia did nothing to you. And I've done everything I can. And Mia has never, ever been the same. She is still very, very jittery. And there are people that know where Chloe is. Now, if I were to break down the finances for everything with Chloe, that would easily be, it would definitely be over $6,500. She had the surgery for her pins. She had the palate surgery. Chloe was up to date on her shots. I had a payment plan. It was an insurance plan, a wellness plan. I paid that every month. Chloe got her teeth cleaned. Chloe had another procedure where she had swallowed something and it was taken out. Chloe also was groomed twice a month. And when Clint last took her to the vet, our vet tech had said how much they were close and everything. Because whenever Clint would go somewhere, he would try to take Chloe with him. Every night that we went to sleep, Chloe and Mia were at the end of the bed. I've heard nothing about where she is. Again, it's not so much the placement, it's the surrounding people. You know where she is. I would never, ever, ever do this to somebody. I never would. And the fact that Chloe is sick, the last thing that our vet tech told Clint was because of her condition and the fact that she was starting to get arthritis and the rear part of her legs. Again, the pin surgery that was put in that I took care of. I took care of her liver medication. Where is she? Thank God Vince had Mia. Mia was returned to me. But again, Mia's heart has been broken. It has never been the same. When I had to throw out her clothes, Eddie, when I got her clothes back and stuff, Mia went and sat in her clothes and tried to bite me. I haven't been through the whole monetization thing. As soon as I get through it, I'll be fine. I've really put in the hard work. I've tried to keep my channel down so little, if any drama. I do crafts. I've apologized to anybody and everybody that would take my apology. I've stayed in therapy for, oh my God, probably almost a year and a half now. Where is Chloe? Chloe was registered under Clint's last name. I have no idea if whoever has her, is she taking her medication for her liver? Is she being given a vitamin for her every single day? Is she being taken to the vet and getting her teeth cleaned once a year? How much does she weigh? She was a little bit overweight. How is her arthritis? Can she even jump off a bed anymore? Has she gotten sick? Does she miss me? Does she miss Clint? Does she miss Mia? Please tell us where she is or if she's okay, because there's a chance she may not be alive. I'm going to keep it 100%. And that's what Clint's told me. And I don't know if he's telling me this to get over it, but even if she isn't alive and had to be put down, God forbid, nobody can send me something so we can put her to rest. I would never do this to anybody. She was not relinquished to a shelter. There were far too many people that would have driven and came and got her. Where is she? I would not do this to somebody else. I know I've messed up. I would not do this to somebody else. And I've been so patient. Most people would have been mad for as many $1,000s that we spent on Chloe. It's not about that. It's about Mia. It's about the hole in my heart. It's about the hole in Clint's heart. What I'm realizing is some people are just never, ever going to forgive me. And if there's influence from other people, then shame on you. I don't know if Chloe's even in Ohio. I have no idea. All I have left of her is some clothes, some pictures, and her stocking, her Christmas stocking. I don't even know if she's alive or not. Eddie, do you have anything to say?
I was just letting you get it out. I understand your pain.
Chloe was my peek-a-pug. Before I was incarcerated, she was placed, I don't know, I've heard conflicting different stories. In my heart, I know maybe there's people in the community or whatever. I don't even care about all that stuff. But somebody definitely knows where Chloe is. If she's getting the right and the proper medication, maybe. But the vet tech told Clint that she only had a couple years because of the arthritis. I just don't know how much longer I have to be penalized. Like if there are people that are never going to talk to me again, I have to learn to live with that. But it's not fair to me, and it's not fair to Mia, and it's not fair to Clint. It's almost like it's a punishment at this point. But it was the best $25 that I ever spent on something so amazing in my life. And Chloe was the kite. I just thought that I kept praying and praying, Eddie, and praying I would hear something. I've been praying for a couple years to just find out. I'm to the point now that I'm willing to pay, since everybody wants to make a payday off everything. I will pay. It's not fair.
It's tough.
It's excruciating.
Yep. Can feel the pain in your voice.
Because
Animals
I had her since she was a
like
baby.
children. Yep.
And I feel like ever since I got out that I don't deserve, and I know I've messed up. I know that even prior to the episodes. But how would somebody else feel if somebody took their animal? It just sucks.
It does. It's even harder when you got to give up your animal too. And you don't want to.
Well, no, I mean, I was very blessed. I got Mia back. Ben said he would have taken both of them. I know my friend Tisda, she called. She wanted her, so I don't know where she was placed. But what really hurts me the most is just having to forget about it. Like it's just another punishment. I don't understand how people can say they love animals so much. And I mean, it's nothing. It's like she just disappeared out of thin air. I don't even know. I don't know where she is. She's safe. I don't know if she's alive. I would hope that she misses Mia. She would definitely be a lot older of a dog, but somebody has her. And maybe they're so, realistically, I want her with Mia and I. It's not fair to Mia. So if anybody knows any information about Chloe, give me a call, message me on my IG, Jen.Bailey. It's just please, because it's just not fair. I just didn't realize. I love Marley. Marley's great. I love her to death. This is just a situation where Marley and they haven't bonded at all. And I think a lot of this is because Mia's only known her sister. And I didn't realize how much she would remember. I've read grief books about animals that lose their siblings and stuff like that. And it does happen. Brenda was telling me, my mod. Clint, do you have anything to add about Chloe?
She's my favorite dog of all time. Well, I mean, Blazer, her was,
Do you think Chloe's alive?
I mean, honestly don't think so, but from what Dr. Dan told me, they didn't have her medication like we did.
She had to take medication every day.
For her liver.
For her liver. Uber says he remembers Blazer. How do you know Blazer?
Probably from the show.
Yeah,
I'm waiting until I can't wait to get a pet.
Guard it with your life.
Oh, yeah.
How do you and Clint know each other? He said he showed me pics of him before.
A long time ago. Yeah,
Oh.
Brett.
Don't say his name.
Well, I know his last name too, but I'm not going to say that.
If I've learned anything, okay, so I'm going through the monetization process, Eddie. My watch hours are where they need to be. I don't know.
Congratulations on getting monetized.
We met on Twitter years ago. Are you a guy?
Yes. He's a guy, Jeff. He's a younger guy.
Oh my God. It's always my channel. So
It's always.
it is. It is. Somebody asked me today, like, the weirdest freaking question. Somebody's got a little store thingy going on. You all suck. Hello. I remember Lori Darling going around saying she had Chloe, but I always thought she was just joking around. Maybe she was serious. I don't know her. Well, whoever that person may be, if you do have Chloe, you're not a very nice person, in my opinion. And there's no possible way that you could love animals. And that's gross. Whoever said that, that's really gross. Why would you say that?
Oh.
It says you all suck. That's a good sock account. It said Lori sock. Wait a minute. Is that the avatar where it's a black and white face? It's kind of like a side profile and it's a black and white picture. Where have I seen that account before? Because I'm really good at remembering like avatars and stuff like that. Listen, are you there, Eddie?
Yes, I'm here.
How would you and it is kind of touchy because there's so much of a backstory behind it. I'm really, I'm trying to be respectful about it, but like it does hurt. I just thought maybe if I just waited and was, you know what I'm saying? And the more you wait, the more things hit you in the face that maybe like what you thought was love isn't love. You know what I'm saying? Like my therapist says, you got to start closing the door on certain things. And I've never been good at closing the door on things. You know what I'm saying? Ever.
Yep.
Because Jules C was Sophie's Kedra. She seems nice, and I always thought she was joking and wouldn't feel right now to say something. Why have you given up on dating? What is your buddy talking about?
Huh?
He says, I've given up on dating. Well, what do you want me to do about it? You want me to find you somebody? Okay, Eddie, I'm going to go ahead and let you take over. I have this little sign. I'm just going to add some stuff because, I want to stay focused, but, it's just freaking hard.
All right.
So
How's
what's going
everybody
on with
doing?
you? How's your weekend been?
Well, I learned something today. I did a live this evening talking about epilepsy
Okay.
and didn't
I'm going to go get my
realize.
coffee. I'm going to go get my coffee
Okay.
real quick. All right.
Yes. Didn't realize how epilepsy and mental health are connected. Severely connected. Didn't realize it. Learn a lot of new things as you go through life. So how's everybody in chat doing? How? Nice to meet you, Uper. That's kind of a mean statement.
Well, let's see here, magician, because poof, you just showed up. You couldn't give Chloe medication while incarcerated. You're right. You left her behind, no one else. I didn't leave Chloe behind. I didn't. Would you like me to drop the link and we can do crafts together? She wasn't left behind. She was placed in a foster situation that isn't leaving somebody behind. But if you would like to come up, magician, we can do crafts together. Oh, how's she doing? Sorry, Eddie. Welcome to the joys of this community.
Oh, trust me, trust me. I you know,
Hate runs rampant. I'll tell you what. Like I said, just must be said timing. You know,
yeah.
wasn't having very
I
many problems until a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Go on. I'm getting my stuff.
you
I'm
make
gonna
a,
do my craft.
you know what I don't understand is people make statements without asking questions. They assume.
Well, you know what? Have you ever heard of son is doing good but has a cold? Have you ever seen a Lifetime movie? There's a Lifetime movie, and it's about this girl that was being bullied in school. There was like 3 or 4 different girls, and they didn't like the other girl because one of the girls who was dating a guy, he was caught talking. They called her Odd Girl Out. That was her name. And sorry. And what they did is they bullied the shit out of this girl. They called her fat. They put things on the internet about her. And I don't know if this is based on a true story, but actually, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up my other IG things so we can watch it. But what ended up happening is so there was like this queen girl, right? And she controlled like everything that these other women, you know, basically when you bully somebody, there's a head person that does it.
Yep.
Correct? And
Yep.
they all have to report back to that head person to get the orders. And then what they do is they go bully the girl, right? Well, what ended up happening to this poor girl is she ended up in a hospital and ended up having to go to inpatient without explaining everything about it. You know what I'm saying? So the head girl blamed it on everybody else and then wanted to befriend the girl who unfortunately had tried to attempt that.
Yep.
You should look at it. It's called The Odd Girl Out. It's about people that cyberbully and go after like one person. But there's always that head person. So tell me how your school experience was. Tell me a little bit more about yourself.
Yeah, I was the odd person out too.
Were you?
Yeah.
Who did you hang out with? Like what was your jam in high school? Like the crowd?
Well, I was a hip hop head, but I hung out with the goths.
Oh, okay. Like emo?
Yep. I stood out like a sore thumb.
I don't think you were a sore thumb.
No, but you knew I was different. I didn't blend in with everybody.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Did you go to prom?
No, I dropped out my sophomore year.
Did you end up going back, or did you take the GED, or are you still in the process?
GED and I got my GED and then I went to college.
Oh, that's awesome. So, I mean, are you doing anything with the college degree, or are you just kind of waiting, or how's that going for you?
It's just a piece of paper, my opinion.
That's not a piece of paper. I have my degree here.
Unless you got a master's degree. When I got my associate's degree in business, right?
Yeah.
I applied for a job. Okay.
Right.
All right. And they said with an associate's degree, you need at least 5 years of experience. Okay.
Really?
So I'm like, how am I supposed to get the experience if no one wants to hire me and teach me?
Right. You know what? I'm going to see if I can change this real quick. Style. Hold on. I'm trying to, this brand thing. Okay, hold on. I think I can now. Woo! You like that? Do you see how I just changed that?
Squares, circles.
Well, now I can show it. Okay, so what I did was I painted this with the purple, obviously. So what I try to
Yep.
do is before I go live, I try to get the little boards and I stain them with the color on it.
Yep.
Because I didn't think I was going to stay on very long tonight because we had Walmart deliver all this stuff. And I was just like, well, cool. I didn't think anybody would really come in. I don't want to bother anybody.
So
what,
to
I
get
mean,
the type of degrees that you really need, okay, like if I would have had my master's in business, it would have
Right.
been easy to get a job. Okay. You need, in order to get hired anywhere, you need at least a bachelor's. Okay.
right.
An associate's degree don't get your foot in any door. You need a bachelor's or higher.
I'm listening. I'm just grabbing some crafts.
That's why I said my associate's degree was just a piece of paper. Did
Right.
I learn? Did I learn things? Oh yeah. I learned a lot of stuff when I went to college.
Right.
You know, did I retain a lot of it? Yeah.
Mhm.
I understand business. You know. So, but I have a trade. I was a professional painter for 28 years before I slipped and fell.
Oh, wow. I'm sorry about that. Painters make a lot of money.
Yeah, but it's not a career that you want to be in because it's not consistent.
Right.
Yeah, they make a lot of money, but the thing is you have to really chase down jobs. Okay.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's not like construction. It's not like framing. You know, someone's always building a house.
Right.
There's always a need for framers. There's always a need for a plumber. There's always need for an electrician. But there's not always need for a painter.
I had an ex that was a painter. Well, his dad was a painter and he like would customize the paint and stuff like that. So it was only like one shade that he had made up, you know. He got paid pretty damn good money. But I know
when you work for yourself and you
Mhm.
build a reputation, yes,
Right.
you will stay busy.
He did work for himself, I remember.
Yeah. When you build a reputation, word travels. You
Right.
know, when you're a hard worker at your trade, you know, and you do a good job,
Creamer there?
Yes.
word of mouth is what matters. If you do a bad job, you trust me, it's gonna look bad on you. But if you do a good job, it's gonna follow you.
Sorry. Okay. Well, what have you thought about ever going back to painting?
I can't climb ladders.
Well, what is it that you're wanting to do? I mean, are you wanting to do something with your channel and maybe like branch out from that? Or what is your dream to do? I guess that would be interesting.
My dream is to just stick what I'm doing on YouTube.
That's good.
You know,
ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. There's money to be made on YouTube. I don't care what anybody says. That was one of the things I said I was going to do. When I got monetized, I was like, I knew it was going to be slow because when I had my channel, when I was a big fat bully and argued with everybody and was a dick, I got monetized like nobody's business. And at that time, it was 1,000. So when I had that psychotic break or whatever, people, you know, I was at 2.3 and I took my whole channel down, ripped the whole thing out. So I was like, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. Yeah, I knew there'd be some drama, but I was like, I'm not going to get completely sucked into it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So I'm pretty proud of myself. How long did it take you to get monetized?
A few months.
Well, it looks like, I mean, I stopped in today and listened to you a little bit. I mean, it sounds like it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Like no one's being a dick to you.
Nope.
Good.
I actually had a really good live. I was talking about
Yeah, I saw that.
epilepsy. Yeah, I had
Right.
a really good live.
I'm, try-
So
I'm
learn a lot
trying
of
to glue
things.
this on here. What were you saying? Go on, honey. Sorry.
Did you know there's a such thing as rage disorder?
No, but I'm sure I've dealt with it in my past. I'm quite sure of it.
Yeah, it exists. There's some things I learned today that I didn't know when I was talking about epilepsy. You learn.
Really?
Yeah.
I would think so. Epilepsy has something to do with rage disorder.
No.
Oh, okay.
Because I was talking about epilepsy, somebody sent me an email about another topic.
Oh, really? I always
Yeah.
come into everything like 9 seconds later. Sorry.
So,
My middle name.
because I dropped my email in chat, what I started doing is I quit after my live stream is over. I go into customization and I turn off comments. So people can leave a comment under the video, but they can't read chat.
That's not so bad. I don't care if people, basically one thing, and I am going to start telling people this, is what I am noticing is people are like having people just shoot the crap in the comments, but then they're saying whatever. And that's one thing you do have to watch. I'm telling people that when they come into my room from now on, because screenshotting and all that, that's why I said you got to keep things light and airy, because the internet is not the place. You ever educate people about the dangers of the internet and what to look for and what not?
So what I noticed earlier today, this morning, I was up on a friend's panel,
Right.
and when TikTok went down, I
What
noticed
time did that happen?
this morning, and then it came back on this afternoon.
I thought TikTok was down until Trump. They thought about Trump doing something.
He's working on it. That's the reason why it came back up.
Why are they taking TikTok down anyway? Why is everybody? I mean, I don't understand it. I thought we had our First Amendment, our freedom of speech, right? And I think some people kind of over exasperate that. But like, what happened to our freedom of speech? What's
Well,
wrong with
there's a
TikTok?
difference
I don't
between
understand it.
so there's a lot of hate on TikTok too,
There's a
and
lot of
there's
hate
a
on
lot.
YouTube.
Yes, and there's also a lot of philia on TikTok
Right.
where they're going after children.
Are you there? Oh, okay. There you go.
That's the reason why, in my opinion, there's an issue with TikTok. But there's
I mean, I
also
understand that, but what about
China,
YouTube? What if they start doing something with YouTube?
China getting our data too. It has nothing to
Right.
do with
Right.
free speech. It has to do with personal information being
Right. Right.
collected by another country. In my opinion,
Oh, got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Sorry, I'm busy putting my stickers on.
I went on TikTok and I got triggered.
I haven't been on TikTok very much ever, Clint, that was Clint's jam for a while. I kind of liked it, but I mean, I don't even know if I went to my TikTok, what would it say?
Well, I was on TikTok just streaming through, and I come by this. I don't know if she was a therapist, a psychologist, or
Mm-hmm.
what, but she was in the mental
Right.
health field and she was licensed. And she was talking about how we should normalize minor attracted people. And that triggered me. So I removed myself from TikTok and
Right.
when I went to therapy, I kind of took it out on my therapist and I said, how can people in the mental health field promote normalizing minor attracted people.
Right.
And you know what that means, right?
Well, sensationalizing something that doesn't need to be sensationalized, clearly.
Correct. It's
Right.
disgusting.
It is disgusting. It is very, very disgusting. I
So
feel like there are a lot of trolls in here tonight. My chat's usually like popping. It ain't been popping. Kind of feel like we're sitting up here having an adult conversation. I kind of like it, actually. So what do you think so far, Eddie?
well, it's Valentine's Day coming up.
I know, right?
Yeah, is that for Clint?
No, it's for my wall.
Oh.
I mean, I already have, oh my gosh, this hummingbird thing, that was kind of Valentine. Hold on. That Valentine's Day-ish. Oh, I have a ton of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it isn't even Valentine's Day, and I'm already not wanting to do any more Valentine's Days. But I was like, yeah, we'll go ahead and finish up with this. So what are you going to do for the rest of your Sunday?
What am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably go to sleep because it's 9-10 p.m. where I'm at.
Right.
I'm a boring individual.
No, you're not. I don't think you're boring.
Well, outside of YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
I kind
Hey,
of
Ruby Rules. Thank you.
I kind of am.
I was starting to feel like the only kid at the lunch table with you, Eddie. Do you
Ruby
think
Roo,
I care, honestly?
how you doing?
Yeah, how you doing? How you doing?
Oh, you know what? Once your monetize has gone through, your monetization has gone through, you'll be able to create emojis.
Oh, don't I know it?
So
you're gonna love my emojis. Boy, do I have some good ones. All I'm waiting for. How many days does it take for the process to go through?
It could take 30 days.
30 days?
It can, yes. What? It could take.
Why?
Well, it's a process. They have to view your channel. They view your channel.
Right.
Okay. So it's a process. It could be as quick as 7 days to 30 days.
Well, they already had me do the second step process. The only thing that's left is, God, it's been so freaking long. It's weird. The more that I know about channels and striking and all that bullshit, the more, before it was like that. And now it's just
before to get monetized, you needed 1,000 subs.
Yep, that's what I have.
And like umpteen thousands of hours of streaming.
Right.
But they changed it to 500 subs and 4,000 watch hours. So
I'm at 4,000.
Yeah. As soon as I hit over 4,000, I had already had over 500 subs.
That's awesome.
I just needed the watch hours. And boy, it took a while to get those watch hours.
Well, I don't know. I was pretty blessed. A lot of my friends were like, at first I was just like, man, how do you get those watch hours? Because like I said, in the beginning, when you're covering drama and this West Side Story back and forth bullshit, you get monetized like nothing. I never understood memberships. I never understood any of that shit because I just would hit live and every now and then I got a super chat, but I never took my shit seriously. And now that I do, and I'm like looking into like doing it the right way, I mean, it's hard. My watch hours definitely, I mean, when I start my channel, when did my life start getting crappier? No, I'm kidding. In November. So December, January. Yeah. Yeah, it's about 2 months.
It took a while. I was doing 2 lives a day.
Oh, 2 a day?
I was going live at 8:30 p.m. and then I was going live at 2:30 a.m.
What did you cover at 2:30? Hey,
Nothing.
What did you cover at 2:30? Let me know.
Adult content.
Yeah, well, I don't know. The content that I hear, it's pretty damn adult. So, well, no, I
We
probably
would
don't
go
need to
off
know.
we would go off the rails and just it was humor. I will tell you this. It was humor.
Yeah, there ain't nothing wrong with having fun. That's why I said, yeah, it just these days stuff isn't just it's not fun. Like I used to just have nicknames and just joke around. It ain't joking around. That's why I said I want to start my own community by myself and just have like
You know
four
how you
people
got
that do
almond
it.
milk? You know how you got almond milk and you know, we were
Mhm.
talking about you got coconut milk, right?
Right.
And,
Mhm.
and we were just almond is a type of nut, and then you had
Oh,
coconut, and then
and
you
you have
had,
D's nuts. You have D's
and then
nuts.
we changed it to nut juice instead of almond juice. We're like, oh, nut juice,
Mhm.
and it would just go off the rails, and everybody would be laughing on panel, laughing in chat, just humor,
You
humor.
don't really see that so much anymore.
No, and
Sad.
so you know, and then what you got to do is when you get members and you got members that are paying, you want to
Mhm.
start promoting that you're going to do members only lives.
Oh, I know about those. The tier memberships and all that.
Yeah,
I've heard of some ridiculous freaking tier things. Hold on. Hey, Whitney, how are you doing, babe? Say hello to Whitney.
Whitney,
Whitney
how
is
you
very
doing?
controversial, but Whitney doesn't give a crap, and that's why I like her. Whitney's good
Won't you
people.
come tickle the panel, Whitney?
I don't know if Whitney gets on panels anymore, but if she wants to, that's fine. Hey, Whitney, what have you been up to, Whitney? Okay, what should I add? Should I bling this out? Would you do that? Should I bling it out?
I'm sorry to hear that, Whitney. I hope you feel better.
Yeah, I hope you feel better. So have you ticked
I
anybody
thought
off
you was
lately,
glum.
Whitney?
Yeah, I'm looking at her picture
Esmeralda
and
said bling it.
bling it, baby, bling it.
And I try to like enforce to people. Another thing that just kind of sucks is I want people, to feel like they can come in. I don't want people to have to report, back to what, like, I just, it's so asinine to me. Like, go where you want to go. I like it that a lot of people come in that are really controversial. It doesn't bother me. You know,
Yep.
I'm a direct, how do you say it? I'm a reflection of myself, not what I do, or you know what I mean. Okay, I'm going to bling this, Eddie, but I don't. Okay, I have some bling. We're going to use the red. Thanks, Esmeralda. Okay. So what else are you going to be doing this evening, Eddie?
What else am I going to be doing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know at all. I was checking out the YouTube streets, but lately they've just got too disgusting.
Yep. That's what makes the
So,
money, honey.
yep, I think I'll just stay in my lane. I'm
Mm-hmm.
slowly growing.
I think you'll be fine. I mean, it's harder. They have like, and another thing that I've realized, I was thinking about this today. I was talking to my friend, so if you have the same amount of people, okay, have you ever heard of double devicing, Eddie?
What?
Double devicing, where you use two devices at the same time. Because I'm starting to
No.
wonder, okay, see so a channel that's growing is a channel that has hundreds of people that come in, right? A channel that's been around for like a couple years, you got to grow it, right? So you go
Yep.
into it. So I was talking to somebody today and I said, well, why is it that some channels have exactly the same amount of people coming in and it never gets whatever or it doesn't? I learned today about double devicing. Hey, Miss Liability. So there are people that actually have 2 to 3 different phones and they're 2 to 3 different accounts and and it's one person. That is how a lot of people are getting the numbers, but it's only one person. Do you get what I'm saying? And I don't know if that's more cheating or not. What is your thing on it?
I wouldn't do that. How you going to be able to live like my channel, right? How am I going to be able to go live, right?
Mm-hmm.
And read documents or articles in chat and
I'm not talking
acknowledge
about
that?
you. I'm talking about your followers.
Oh,
Do you think that's a good business move, or do you think it's cheating?
well, the thing is YouTube's going to know.
Wouldn't be so sure of that.
Your IP address talks
You
for
know what?
itself.
Right. And you know what really gets me is, okay, I do look at TikTok, and there's a lady actually dropped the mic. Actually, she was talking, and I never even got a chance to tell them this. There was this woman, God, I got to get her last name. It's on Maria's community tab. But anyway, it was this woman that was passing away from cancer, and every single day she would record something about it. Now, what about things like that? So people that watch that stuff on TikTok, I'm never ever going to find out how she's doing. Whereas on YouTube, you can like slam somebody for hours and hours on end, and you report somebody and it still doesn't go down. They get around this shit. That's what I don't understand.
Miss Liability, how you doing?
Never want to be a liability.
I created the emoji. How you doing? Oh, she passed. That's tough.
She had a beautiful little girl. I don't want to say her daughter's name, but it begins with a K. And she had a really good husband. And as of like, I think a week ago, she was back in the hospital, and I think the cancer had spread to the bowels. What was her name again? Simply Blonde? Every single day, this woman, it did. I mean, she would be in the hospital and she would still, I mean, beautiful family. And I remember last week. What do you mean, Dudley? Whitney, stop threatening Kim. When did this happen, Dudley? And by the way, good evening, sir. They're just, it's like a soap opera with them.
Deborah
There
Fink.
it is. Yeah. Wonderful, wonderful woman. Like she would be like, hi, everybody. She had this big, huge smile. Beautiful kids, beautiful kids. And she had a daughter that was in most of the videos with her. But everybody, she'd be like, hi, everybody. Had this beautiful smile, had her daughter. I mean, it was freaking amazing. I knew she was getting sick, like sicker and sicker. She couldn't breathe. See, that's how much people. So what about stuff like that on TikTok? Why aren't they doing anything to protect people on YouTube?
Yeah. That's correct, Miss Liability. This is not the place for drama.
Shame on both of you.
Miss Liability said, hi, Deadly and Whitney. This is not the place for drama.
Deli doesn't even come in here, so something must be up because he don't ever come in here. So, see, like I said, it's only on my channel, it seems. But see, that's what I don't understand. See, that's going to bug me for like the rest of the night, I feel, because I've seen some stuff on TikTok, but I mean, I've seen a lot of stuff on this end too. So why are people getting away with doing it on YouTube? When is there a said change for stuff like that? YouTube's been around way longer than TikTok, I feel, hasn't it? I want to say it has,
Yes,
right?
it has.
Okay, so why are
TikTok,
people getting away with it on YouTube?
I think YouTube came out in 2003.
YouTube did? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
We have a creator that's had a channel for forever. I mean, what do you do though? I mean, how do you make a change about stuff like that? You see movies on Lifetime about and what really hurts is the people that typically talk about bullying, people being bullied or them being bullied, they're the ones bullying other people. So
Yeah, YouTube came out in
isn't YouTube
2005.
protecting this?
Yep.
I mean, if I had to pick being on TikTok or YouTube, it would be YouTube. Because actually, can you make money off of TikTok? I heard Gypsy Rose made some.
Yeah, you can make
Like
money
this
off of
battles?
TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
I got a friend of mine that was making $1,500 a week
On TikTok?
selling
Wow.
products.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I see these TikTok battles and stuff like that, but I just think that, that's another thing, and I'm not saying that I haven't bullied. I have bullied. I have. But I would say that I'm trying to become a reformed one, if that makes any sense. But just like and it's not just people flatter themselves too much. If you say whatever or like what I pronoun things, it isn't just because of whatever I do, because there's certain words that taste sour at the end of my tongue. You know what I'm saying? What gets me is it's just the hypocrisy of it. I don't like it. Thank you. You can have a successful channel by doing content. There's always going to be some drama. It's always that's how it is.
Yeah, I
Like
don't
right
cover
now,
drama.
I'm not talking so much about crafting and numbers go up, and it's crazy. I don't know. I don't want to. It doesn't make it. Hold on. What's your panelist channel called? Can somebody drop the link for All Things Serious, please? I had to ask you a question. You drop links for different channels, right?
Yeah.
And don't you think that that's like good sportsmanship and stuff like that, to drop links for multiple panels?
That's why I usually mod content creators so they can drop their own links.
Oh.
Yes. And I told you that.
Oh, no, I shout out all channels. I don't just shout. Well, not all of them, because some of them, might rub them the wrong way. But I shout out a lot of channels and stuff like that.
No, what I'm saying is when you come into my chat, I tell all content creators that are modded to promote their own channel. I give them permission.
Right. Right. I have another question for you.
Yeah.
Real life, of course. So what are you looking for in a female?
To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
respect, communication, loyalty.
How much do looks matter?
Well, I like meat with my potatoes, but I don't want the whole cow.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. I can't. Oh my God. Put a 1 in the chat if you know what I'm talking about. Put a 2 in the chat if Eddie has no effing idea what I'm talking about. Oh my God. If that wasn't like, oh my God. What's another thing?
I like them thick. Yes. Thick.
Oh, okay. What about salmon and turnips? I'm more of a salmon and turnips kind of gal. Every time I've tried to get thick, it just doesn't work. I don't like being meat and potatoes. I hate meat and potatoes.
No, what I mean, that's what thick means, is meat with my potatoes. That's what thick means.
That's what it means?
Yes.
Is there another thing that it means? I get called that.
I don't like, Esmeralda's laughing.
No, I have been called meat and potatoes. I am not thick. Maybe. Well, what else does it mean? Only people that have been around would know what I'm talking about.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan. All right. So what thick means, okay, and I'm going to excuse the language, but you have to have an ass.
Miss
Okay.
Liability is called Miss Big Booty. I don't have a big booty. I think mine fell off. I'm okay with that though. But
you know, that's what thick is. Big butts. Like,
no,
you
it
know,
was what you called it that it pertained to, and it was like you had
like,
no idea about that.
oh, like, you
No,
know
I've
who?
been called meat and potatoes. I was somebody's meat and potatoes, allegedly. Once upon a time, yes. Somebody I went to school with. You don't know him.
Oh,
But it was funny how you said it because, yes, what Esmeralda said. I was somebody's meat and potatoes. I don't know who that person. I think I went to school with them, and they like graduated. They're doing so well in life. Top of the morning, B Woody 09. Hello, B Woody. Not so much the B part because I'm allergic. You know what? Fun fact, not so fun fact. I have an EpiPen because I am deathly allergic to bees. Did you know that?
not me.
Yep. It's an EpiPen because I am allergic to bees. Fun, not so fun fact. Yeah. I didn't find out until I went camping and a wasp stung me and my arm like blew up. And I was like, by the time I got to the hospital, I was like, which is so weird. Hey, B Woody. The Woody
B.
part,
Woody
I
said
love.
me too. B. Woody said me too.
Meat and potatoes can mean you are their main ingredient.
That too.
That tells me a few different things. That tells me a few different things. Oh my God. I don't know if I'm going to be able to sleep soundly tonight. Hold on. Okay, where should I pin this up, Eddie?
You know what she's going to do? She's going to go up to Clint and say, "Am I your main course?"
Clint, Clint was like, no. Are you watching the game, Clint? Oh, okay. He's watching the game. Right when you said that, he was like, no. He's watching a game. Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to put this right underneath here. So my main goal with this is to get my whole wall covered. All of them. Ah. God, and here I was only supposed to be on for a few minutes, Eddie. Okay, do you want to come up here?
When you bring me up on panel? See what happens?
I'm okay with that. I was so in my feelings for a minute. Yep. I was talking to one of my relatives and that we were like catching up and I had to tell them what had happened. And they're like, oh my God, blah, blah, blah. And they started asking me about Chloe and asking me about stuff. And I just I didn't know what the hell to say.
How much do you feel a lot better now?
I feel a lot better. And I'm still sad about it. I would like to know, but see that, Brenda was, yeah.
How you doing?
How you doing, Brenda? You want to be my fish and turnips tonight, Brenda? You want to be my main ingredient? I'm really starting to like Miss Liability. Whoever you are, I like you a lot. Okay, I'm going to get this horse. Here we go. Believe it or not, she was like this big. Look at her now. She's rotten. You know what she's gotten really accustomed to? She likes maxi pads. You don't smile no more. How come? It's just been a rough couple. I don't know. The last week has just been like, ugh, I don't know if I'm in a slump. I don't know. You know why I might be, ma'am? The reason why is because Aunt Flo came to visit me, Eddie. And Aunt Flo is now departed in the last 24 hours. That's what I think it is. I think it's because Aunt Flo came to visit me. I forgot. You don't have to go through those things, Eddie.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm not even understanding that because I am 46 years old. Why this is still happening? What is it? Well, how would you know? Men have all the easy stuff. You guys don't carry children. Your deposits only are P and the other stuff. What is it that you guys have to do?
Well, let
What
me
do
tell you
men have
this.
to do?
I was raised around women, so I understand the language.
That's awesome. That must have been your best life.
I didn't have yes, that I understand that talk. When you said Aunt Flo, I know what you meant. Because it's not like I was raised around men my whole life. I didn't have a father growing up. I had my mother.
Right.
And all my babysitters were women. So
what did they teach you? Did you ever have to go buy feminine sanitary napkins? Yes, I have a hairy back too, by the way, Eddie. I have a hairy back. Like girl with hairy back. Yeah, I have a hairy back. I'm
yeah, I
kidding.
had
I
to
don't
shave
have
a
a hairy
girl.
back, but I always say I do.
I had to shave a girl's back one time.
Are you serious? For real?
Being for real,
Hmm.
it was weird. It was her lower back.
Why?
Yep. She was Italian. 100% Italian. I looked it up.
You know, if I
Some
had hair on
Italian.
my back, I would probably get it waxed, maybe. I don't know. I'd probably let it grow out during the wintertime. Don't you think that would save money on like really expensive beds to help with my back? It would like provide a nice cushion, don't you feel? Couple years ago, I probably would have said, hell no. The way that I look at stuff now, I'd be like, extra cushion or something like that. I didn't know
Oh
that
my
women
God.
have hair on their back. That's great, actually. I have no problems with that. Okay. Hey, Sarah B. Always good to see you here. Brenda, how are you doing? I've been watching these wreath videos. Brenda is my mod and a very good friend of mine. And she sent me all this stuff. I unboxed it. I think you were in here. And Brenda, I've been watching those wreath things. Girl, I am so confused. Eddie, have you thought about doing crafts with me and the gals? We can talk about Aunt Flo. We can talk about hairy backs. We can talk about chapped nipples. I have a girl that's my friend. She has 6 nipples and they're always chapped.
My nipples used to be pierced.
Really? Clint had
Yeah.
one of his pierced, I think. Clint had his nipples pierced. That's not the worst thing. So speaking of chapped nipples, do your lips ever get chapped?
Yes.
So you can get chapped nips, chapped lips. So do your lips get chapped in the winter?
Yep. That's why I keep chapstick with me.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah.
So when you lick
So if
your
I ever
lips,
had to
and
put
stuff like
lipstick
that-
on, I know how to do it.
Oh, so you lick
I've
your
done
lips
it
a lot
before.
during the wintertime, right?
Yep.
Oh, me too.
I don't have thin lips.
I don't have thin lips either.
Yeah, mine
well,
are
it
not
depends.
vacuums.
Right?
Mine
What's your
are
favorite kind of chapstick?
the yellow kind, the kind you're using right now.
Balmex?
Yeah.
Well, just to let everybody know, I have 0 problems. Everybody has chapped nips, chapped lips, chapped anything. You can feel free to lick, peel your lips or anything. We understand, right, Eddie, that during the wintertime, things like this happen.
Yep.
And if anybody would need some chapped lips, some chapped lip stuff, let me know. I'll send it out to you. Clint? I hate when he does that. I'll be like, Clint, and he's like, he's not here. Great, Jen. I'm so glad you're watching them. They look complicated, but we'll do it together and you'll learn how simple it is. Okay. Clint, do you want to do a wreath with us? Eddie's going to do crafts with us. Do you want to?
When?
Tomorrow. Eddie, you want to do a craft tomorrow?
I'll help you with that.
I can't cam up because of my internet.
What do you mean? What does your internet have anything to do with camming up?
I'm actually using your internet to be live, so it won't lag.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I could cam up.
But you know what was really weird? Okay, so Walmart delivered some groceries tonight. I'm sending box of shavers to a hairy chick in Canada. Got it. Tis the season. Tis the season. Okay, Tiz can't wait for us to make some. Okay, got it. Oh my God, this freaking puppy. So Clint was like, okay, so we were tracking the order and I didn't have the porch light on, right? And I didn't hear anything on the security, like alerting me that somebody had shown up, you know? So basically what had happened was I opened the door, he's like out there and I didn't, oh, look at her. The reason I started shaving my back is because Whitney did. This beautiful woman over here, she has hairy back issues like I do. Allegedly, or in my opinion. Now, she pissed me off one time and I told her to shave her back. No, we're not talking about that. Hold on. I banned Whitney because I do not like people's names being brought up in here. That's why I didn't want anybody bringing up the other names. Yeah. But Whitney can come back when she's done because she was an old creator and she's not around anymore. Anyway, so anything else you want to talk about? Well, look at you.
I got rid of the mustache, got a haircut.
You did get rid of the mustache.
Yeah.
Why don't you have handlebars? Have you thought about doing handlebars?
Handlebars.
Yeah, you like take them. Okay, hold on. It's like when, sorry, I got to separate a curl. It's like when you have these little curls and you like make them go out. I don't know. It's like this. They're like straight, like that.
Yeah, mine don't do that.
So what are you going to do to, oh, Brenda says you're looking good. Brenda, you're a married woman, you hussy. So we do have some single women. I have two in mind. I'm going to have to talk to you about it afterwards. But one I've already spoken to. The other one I haven't spoken to. But I'm going to talk. Oh, Miss Liability said, nice beard.
Yeah.
How do you offer mustache rides if you don't have a mustache anymore?
Don't need a mustache. I got the rest.
Handlebars are definitely in right now. If I could grow, you know, I always thought if I had a mustache or a beard, what would I do? I do handlebars. If I had a mustache.
I will tell you this. Most men that have beards and they're married or with a woman, there's a reason why they keep the beard.
I hope it's not like equivalent to a maxi pad, like it's soaking something in, because that wouldn't be good. What do you do to it? Like, how do you get your beard to go? Do you ever put it in like a little ponytail or like a messy bun? Like a lot of people like, what do you do to your beard to get it so fluffy?
Well, what you do is every day you have to wet it. And then you have to comb it and blow dry it at the same time.
You blow dry. She said, Jesus Christ. Do you blow dry it?
Yeah, I blow dry.
You blow dry it every day?
Yes.
Oh, Brenda said, you looking good, sweetie. Her man must be in bed. She's like, you be looking good, sweetie. Nah, Brenda's a trip. So do you put like any kind of hair products in it? Do they have like beard shampoo, or do you just
beard
like
balm.
do it and just get it all done? Like here, how you do it?
They have beard balm. They have oils. You know, because if you don't treat your beard, it gets itchy.
It does?
Itches. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
You want to tell them about your channel? And
so,
can one of my
Shelly,
moms please drop the link for All Things Serious, please?
So, Shelly, I have a channel where I talk about mental health. Mm-hmm. But I'm not a professional, by the way. I'm just
Neither one of us are professionals. Yes, let's get that from the rip. We are not professionals. We just talk about things that happen. Anyway, go on about your channel, hon.
I just talk about mental health. That's all I do. Different.
Nothing wrong with that.
Like bipolar, rage disorder, anything that's related to mental health, I talk about it. And I have a pretty growing community that enjoys my channel.
Right.
I have over 1,800 subscribers.
Really? 18? That's good.
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to drop links. Mods, if you don't know how to drop links, we're going to have to like meet up and thank you, Shelly. Okay, there we are. Miss Liability has it. Can you drop the link, please, for who am I okay with dropping the links for that doesn't hate me? George, drop the link for George. If you could drop the link for drop the link for anybody. Actually, Heidi Black, you can drop the link for Heidi's channel, Savage's channel. Not quite sure what everybody covers. I only go into a few of the lives. So drop anybody's link. But see, what I like that you do is, okay, so you'll give somebody a wrench and then you tell them to drop the links for their own channel. I think that's also really cool. You know? Are you there, Eddie?
I also do open panels so people can come up and share their story.
Hey, Wanda, how are you, hon? When did this? Sorry. Thank you for coming up here. I was kind of down in the dumps. Hey, Mimi. Yeah, of course. Brent. Wanda, how have you been? It's nice to see you. Wanda's really good people. Really good people.
I'm smoking a cigarette right now, so I don't want to be smoking on your camera, on cam.
It's okay, Winnie. We just try to keep it light and fresh. Light and fresh. No, it's because we have people like super screenshotting for stupid reasons. So that's that.
Yeah, the only creators I talk about are the ones that are in my chat.
Right.
That are mods.
You know, and it is hard. I mean, I'm one of the first people to say, I mean, it's really hard because the last couple channels that I had, yeah, they were definitely drama channels and stuff like that. And I'm pretty proud of myself. You know, and I have to tell you, like, I think the person that's the hardest on yourself is yourself. And I thought that do you believe that there's always a therapist for every person that's a complete match? Do you feel like you have to go through a few therapists probably to find the best?
You have to go through a few therapists, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Until you find the one that fits you. But you also have to go through a different type of therapy to figure out what fits you.
Right.
There's all different types of therapy. There's cognitive behavioral therapy. There's talk therapy. There's eye movement therapy. There's all different types of therapy. You just got to figure out what helps you. You know, there's group therapy. You might be good in group settings.
Right.
You know, so, you know.
I never liked group therapy. Never liked it. I'm back in couples therapy, though. Clint and I do couples counseling. But I have my regular therapist. Do you go to therapy, Eddie, if you don't mind me asking?
I've been in therapy for the past 13 years. I've been out of therapy for the past 4 months. I'm waiting for certain things. So what ended up happening today, right? Well, not today, recently. So, yeah, body language is very interesting. Understanding and being able to read people, which is very important. Right. In today's society, we lack that.
Right.
Today's society, a lot of people don't know how to read.
I don't like the therapy where somebody just sits there and they're like writing everything down. Like if I was a therapist, what I would do is just listen so intently to that person and then make my notes after that. I mean, do you get what I'm saying? Just somebody but some people are really comfortable with that. You know, I do virtual therapy and I'm very comfortable with that. But a lot of it's
some people
too, you know.
That's why I said some people like virtual therapy where it's camera to camera.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Some people like being in-person therapy.
Right.
But just know therapy is very important.
Right.
And even if you're in therapy, does not make you a weak person.
Right. Wait a minute. Is that Shelley or wait a minute? Is that wait, that's not Skelly, is it? Important to face space. Yeah, there's somebody that was in the community that I absolutely adore, and I have not seen her for a while. And she goes by Scully or Skelly or something like that. I love her. So I didn't know if it was her, and I wanted to just find out. Ow. But I do the virtual. I thought for a while, because like when I first got out and stuff like that, are you okay, Bubba? And I didn't feel very safe about it, you know? Like we live in like an area where it's like, you know, I just never felt safe doing that. I totally think that when I got out, I was diagnosed with PTSD, and I kind of feel you get flashbacks from that. One of the things I had to admit was I was abusive to client. And that was not easy. I don't know why it was so hard to say that. And I know a lot of people talk about saying that that you're a product of your environment, or it's supposed to make you look, you know, and do you agree with that? I think people can be products of their environment. I grew up, I did not have a good childhood at all. And I'm one of the first to say that, you know, somebody, if you're not properly, you know, you can repeat that pattern. And I did. And it took me a lot of therapy and stuff like that to be able to find tools to work with instead of getting so angry. Can we pause for what? Is it just me, sis? I do. I just don't know how to handle situations and I dip. Can we pause for? Yes. How do you want me to pause? I don't know how that goes. How do I, Eddie, how do I pause?
I think she needs to run to the bathroom or something.
Okay.
Oh,
wait.
she said you just said something.
EMDR therapy is good for PTSD.
Yeah, EMDR is eye movement dialectical. What is it? Let me make sure I pronounce it right.
Oh, I
Eye
know
movement
is when I said that I was abusive. Yes, that was really, really hard for me to say that. It was hard for me to say that because I was a product of that. And I felt like a piece of shit. Even when I got out from being incarcerated and I was diagnosed with PTSD, I felt like I wasn't deserving to be diagnosed with PTSD because some of it was due to some relationships I'd never told anybody about. I just felt like when I got out that, I don't know, it took a little bit of a weight off my chest to say it, but it was really hard to say it. I don't know why, but it was.
So EMDR might even help you with PTSD. It's eye movement desensitization, and reprocessing. It's a psychotherapy technique that helps people process traumatic memories and other distressing experiences.
And I really hate how people say the word paranoid and stuff like that. You know, I just think I'm going to mention
there are some people who are paranoid.
I think
there are some people who have paranoia.
Oh, yeah. But I'm just saying, like, certain words that people, I just wish that more people were educated about it. There's so many people out there that talk about having mental health issues, but they slam other people for having them. And to me, it really sucks because I can't remember a time in my life when I didn't have mental health issues. I always have. You know, like when I told you guys on that panel that night when we were talking to Aunt somebody, what was her name? Aunt something. And I was
Yes,
telling you all about taking the
liability.
lithium and stuff like that. And because
Yep.
of that, my kidneys are junk. And all I did was take something to help with bipolar. I've been an inpatient before. I'm not ashamed to say that. I'm not. But the lithium really did. And I kind of, in a sense, feel a little cheated because the lithium wasn't a good medication for me. It wasn't. It made me not feel. So that's why I'm always like, I almost get upset a lot because I'm on a different medication. So I actually feel emotions instead of acting on them. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So you're more calm, cool, and collective.
Oh yeah, I'm a lot more calm than I used to be. Yeah. I mean, I used to stay up until like 6 or 7 o'clock in the morning. When I was, when I get up now is when I used to go to bed. Um, to be honest with you, because of what happened prior to me being incarcerated, there are, I was diagnosed with the PTSD also because of that as well. And sometimes I feel like I don't deserve to be labeled as that because like I just feel bad for everything that happened. But yeah, I mean, what is PTSD to you? Like, do you get flashbacks and stuff like that?
Yeah. Yeah. I have. Yes. Yes. Certain things trigger me.
See, now Clint, he's just like open book or whatever. Like when I first got here, I mean, we put security up and I talked to my neighbors and stuff like that. And I don't know because of what happened prior to me, getting in trouble. It just like it on top of like admitting what my problems are and working on them. I mean, yeah, PTSD is no joke. It makes your anxiety worse. It's just not easy. Yeah, we all have to move forward. So, how do you deal with your PTSD?
Well, so before therapy, I used to have flashbacks, like I was reliving it,
Yep,
and
I'm writing this down. The names
so
that she's giving me.
after, yeah, after 13 years of therapy, I don't have the PTSD still there, but the flashbacks,
Hmm.
like, there's certain things, like certain states that trigger me. Um, there's certain appearances that trigger me.
Yeah. I never used to have an issue like if I saw, hold on. There's an audio of you telling Clint he needed to cry for you to see he was sorry. I related this. Not being negative, not being a shithead, just being honest. Good can come out of every situation. Yeah. What the
Yeah,
sad thing
complex
is?
PTSD. Yeah,
Well, because I mean, I would get so pissed off that I would just like lose my shit and I like and I wasn't good. Can't wait to give every time the bee says your name, we'll get her to back town. Thank you. It's hard. That's why I wanted to do a mental health channel. And that's why I really, really appreciate you because, a lot of my friends, they go in and they really like listening to it. I have a friend that actually went in and it wasn't that she didn't feel comfortable. It was just you guys were covering something in the midst of it, but she really enjoyed it. I feel protected when I go in.
yep.
And it's hard. It is really, really, really hard. Like those videos were really bad. Remember how I told you about it? And I said,
Yep.
I just never
Yep.
realized how my childhood impacted all that anger, residual anger in me as I grew older. And the woman that was doing that, I'm actually okay. Like I reached out to her a couple months ago.
Yep.
And I was at the hospital And because I don't really have any loved ones around me. And she called me, which was kind of weird. And my little brother had told me that she said she would pray for me. And it was like all those years that I was angry and pissed off at her and everything. It was just like, because I do get lonely. I'm used to having like a lot of family and a lot of stuff. And when I heard her say that, it just like, for some reason, it just all went away. You know, and that's why I started learning, like, you know, when everything's said and done, I'm going to keep my ass in therapy because it's a necessity.
It is. That's what I'm working on, getting back into therapy too, because I need it. But there's a lot of things that are holding me back until then. So hopefully next month, everything will be squared away.
I just never thought I would talk to my stepmom again. I never, ever in my life thought I would talk to her again. And what I realized is how much she missed my dad. And then I found out that she had dealt with stuff like that in her childhood, and she kind of carried it on. So it was kind of like on top of us both missing my dad. And I was, I apologized to her. And she apologized to me. And honestly, she's like one of the few family members that I talk to, and she doesn't judge me because of what happened. I mean, I've talked to her and I've told, you know, but it's, she said, he said he's been in therapy. You were confusing me.
How were you confusing you? I'm lost.
Whoever this Shelly person is, I really like her. No, I don't like this dog biting, this fur baby biting my toes.
Huh?
No, he's getting, the body keeps score by the, I mean, and that's the thing. I that's what I want. You know, I want, one of the reasons I'd like for YouTube to kind of put their foot down about some of these channels is I want people, you know, to feel like they can talk about things.
Oh, okay. Let me explain to Shelly what happened. Okay. So Shelly, I just moved back to Florida 3.5 months ago.
No, he's talking about him, not me. I'm actively in therapy.
Yes. Okay. So I'll explain the situation, Shelly. I've been in therapy for the past 13 years. Okay. But recently, since I've moved to Florida, I've been out of therapy for the past 4 months, which has been a struggle. I'm in the process of trying to get back into therapy. There's been things that have been holding me back in order to do that. So hopefully next month, everything will be back to normal and I'll be back in therapy.
I'm writing down. Okay, hold on. Okay,
Does that
Bessel.
clear up the confusion? I hope it does.
Oh, okay. Okay, so we've got that. Okay, what was the eye movement thing that you guys said for the therapy that you can bring up with your therapist? I think Ms.
EMDR.
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 Yep.
Okay, I'm going to bring that up with my therapist, actually. Okay.
EMDR.
Are you ready? Do you feel like you're ready to go back to therapy? Or is it like another issue?
I've needed it.
Right.
You know, it's just that I got to get my vehicle registered so I can drive it.
Right.
I have to get my license switched over from New Hampshire to Florida. I have to pay a fine in Tennessee, or reinstatement fee in Tennessee. You know, it's just costing me money.
Have you ever thought about doing virtual, or is it like an insurance thing? And you don't have to answer if you don't want to. Insurance
thing.
I thought I would be better like doing the, you know, the face-to-face. And I don't know. I wouldn't say that I'm antisocial, but I'm definitely not like this big social person like I used to be. You learn a lot of things when you're incarcerated. You do.
Yep.
And
I've
A
tried
lot
the
of respect,
webcam
real
therapy.
quick.
I've tried the webcam therapy. I'm not a fan of it.
The virtual I really like. I mean, I can sit and do
Some
my
people they
craft.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Some people do. But I think what it is you sit and do your crafts while you're doing virtual therapy.
Mm-hmm.
So you're not, in my opinion, I think you're distracting yourself while you're doing therapy.
It helps me just be able,
Does it
I
help
don't
you
know.
focus? Does it help you
Yeah,
focus?
big time. Yes.
Okay. All
Yes.
right. Some people would see that as a distraction. That's why I'm saying that.
Mm.
As
Well, I
long as
mean,
it
no,
helps
I
you
mean,
focus.
like I'll show them my crafts and stuff, but I don't just like sit and do the craft like the whole time or something. I'll show my crafts.
Okay.
But yeah, but a majority of the time is like I'll take my little dry erase board and I'll be like, and he'll show me like little articles and stuff like that. Like last week we were talking about grief therapy, the acceptance and stuff like that. So I'll
Yep.
take some
Yep.
notes.
Brief.
And
Yep.
then when I go live, then we'll talk about it. No, I don't just sit there. Oh my God, he was scream at me. If I just sat and did crafts. No, I might be finished. Yeah, no. That would defeat the whole freaking purpose of doing it, I would feel. But
Yeah.
I think honestly, that's why I had such a problem with smoking, because I'm always having to do something with my hands. And ever since I quit smoking, it's like I don't even know what to do with them anymore. It's hard. But I'm definitely going to bring up this EMDR because it is hard. I know a lot of people. I didn't know much about PTSD except from my mom. I know my mom had it real bad from the war. I just didn't look into stuff as much. I kind of just looked into my own diagnosis, and still, I pay a lot more attention to stuff. What kind of hobbies do you have, Eddie?
So, it's a good question. I love music. I'm actually, I'm working on finding somebody that can type as fast as I can talk. The reason
You got to
is,
find one of those people in the courthouses. They're really good. The ones during trial, they just sit there and push those things. It's like, damn.
a calligrapher or whatever they call them, a
Right.
conographer or whatever they're
Right.
called. The reason is, well, they have to have an imagination just like I do, okay? Because I have a book that I want to write, but I need a
About what?
co-author. So when I was in college, I wrote a short story for a paper in college, and the college professor said that because I can't type for stuff, I can't type. I wrote a short story, wrote it out freehand because I can't type on a computer.
Right.
It would take me forever. I have to write it out first and then type it. So I freehand write it out my paper and then type it. So it's a mixture between Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Twilight.
Sorry, I'm writing all this down because I'm going to look at this. I think this would really help too. Have you thought about looking at this stuff? Self-help tunes.
So I also like to color.
Oh,
I
the
can't
adult
draw.
coloring. There's your jam.
I can't draw to save my life. Be free of timelines. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say that. You do you or something like that. I think that, mental health is just so freaking. Yep, she said I love to. That channel would make good content, easy to discuss. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think the best thing, because you do really good at like talking about like the mental health and stuff like that. I think I work better with just like coping skills and stuff like that. And That's why I do my crafts, because they help.
Yes. So
I used to paint, but it just, that was something that me and somebody else did. So, what tattoos do you have?
Huh?
What tattoos do you have?
Okay, so I have a dragon, an angel, a dagger. I'm working on this tattoo right now on my arm. Let me change the avatar.
Are you doing it yourself?
No, I don't do it myself.
Oh, I was about to say.
I have New York Yankees tattooed on me. I have a memorial of my daughter tattooed on me. So the icon, the avatar that you see is the piece I'm working on right now.
Right.
So you guys can see what I look like. Oh, you already see me on camera, so.
Mm-hmm.
But
have you thought about getting any other tattoos?
Yeah, I have 7 tattoos. 2 of them are small. The rest of them are big pieces. The angel I have tattooed on me was an angel that my grandmother painted before she passed away.
Right.
I tattooed it on my forearm. My arms, I have peace and love and faith on one arm, and then I have dragons and anger on my other arm, if that makes any sense.
Have you ever gotten a tattoo when you were drunk?
No. Nope.
I did.
That's not smart.
Okay, I was 19 years old. It was the after party of something, and oh my God, yeah. I'm so ready to get another working on it. Let's get it 2025. I think I'm getting.
I don't get tattoos unless I talk about my tattoo for a while. I plan it, and then I get it done. It's not just something I go and do. Well, because yeah. I plan mine because everything has value to it. It has meaning.
Oh, my tattoos have meaning. It was just the first one. I was like, I got home the next day, I about got my freaking head bit off. And I looked at it. It was cute. It was like a little, never again. Never again. But I do have, there are a couple. It just makes me upset to look at.
I can't show that. It won't come up on camera. Damn it.
It looks like your arm's disappearing.
Yeah. Eventually I'm going to get the sides of my head tattooed.
Oh God, why? What if they stab your brain?
My mom said no.
Have you seen that tattoo story? What is it called? The MTV thing where each friend gets a tattoo on the other person, and it's like God freaking awful. That is the best show. It's on MTV, and I don't know what the hell it's called, but they plan tattoos on the other person, and they freak the hell out. They don't know what they're putting on them.
Nope, I wouldn't do that. Nope.
Why? They have to be getting some kind of compensation for doing that. There is no, because some of the tattoos I've seen, they are bad. They are real bad. Hold on. I'm going to look up this thing about these therapies. Okay. DDP. Am I keeping you, by the way? I'm not keeping you, am I?
No,
okay.
Hell no.
It was just I don't know. I don't even know when I just became such an emotional creature. I used to cry. I would let it build up and get upset, but now it's just I don't know if it's amp flow. I don't know if it's the therapy that I'm getting. I don't know. It could be a different medication. Okay. I'm going to find out what that show's called. Hold on. MTV tattoo show. I'm going to tell you guys what it's called so you guys watch it. Okay. Tattoo.
Isn't it ink? Isn't it ink?
How far is
massive?
tattoo far?
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna watch that tonight. Okay, so real quick, I'm gonna look this up. Where is she?
So DBT
DBT.
stands for dialectal behavior therapy. It's a type of psychotherapy that helps people manage their emotions and improve their relationships. It is often used to treat people with borderline personality, but it can also be used to treat other mental health conditions, mood disorders, eating disorders, substance use disorders, borderline personality disorders, and PTSD.
Yeah. Mindfulness helps people pay attention to the present moment without judgment. This skill helps people observe their thoughts, emotions, and sensations without acting impulsively. Self-soothing. This skill, see, I'm not much of a meditation person. They always say, and meditation does not help for somebody like me because I swear to God, I have to be the poster child for ADHD. I know I am. But you want to cover this week?
What's it called?
The DDP therapy.
DBT therapy?
DBT. Yeah. I said DTB, or I don't know what I said, but DBT. Yeah.
That's
Many
correct.
people
That's
with
correct, Miss
PTSD.
Liability. Yep.
I got tested for that when I first got out. He wanted me to test for borderline personality. That I did not have, but the bipolar one, yeah. I've always had bipolar. Hey, Napa.
What's up, wifey? How you doing?
Hey, Napa with the legs up to her ears. Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Liability. I think we're going to cover this week for sure. What are 7 crucial? What is the police skill in DDP? Physical illness, eating balanced and regular meals, avoiding mood-altering substances, balanced sleep, and exercise. The ABC please skill is about taking good care of ourselves so that we can take care of others. Shelly Kelly says, Eddie, there are more people who get you than you think. I want to see all places you explored in Florida. I am really liking you. I'm great making dinner. What are you making for me? Dialectical behavior therapy skills is good for everyone to learn. Do you guys want to cover this? Put a 1 in the chat if you guys want to cover this week. What are the 4 skills of DBT? Mindfulness, distress tolerance, interpersonal effectiveness, and emotion regulation. This is good stuff. I think I'm actually going to mention it to my therapist this week. What do you think, Eddie?
You should.
Yeah. This liability wants to
mindfulness, distress tolerance, emotion regulation, interpersonal effectiveness.
Okay. What is the 24-hour rule of DBT? 2 different examples of strategies. However, there is one relevant to all DBT clients. The 24-hour rule, clients cannot receive coaching for 24 hours after engaging in life. Okay. Hot dogs and mac and cheese. Oh my God. I haven't had a hot dog in so long.
So Napa says, I want comfort food. So she must be going through something.
Napa, what's wrong with you?
She's got to be going through something.
What is the, okay. What, okay. Oh, what is the difference between DBT and CBT? What is the fast skill? Fair apologies, stick to values, and truthful. And I have been hearing this a lot, not even just on YouTube, but this coming up year is the year for truth. And I've heard this on TV too. Truth and taking responsibility and accountability. That is what 2025 is supposed to be. How did Eddie and I meet? Tinder. I'm kidding. I don't go on Tinder. I've never been on Tinder. Okay. Do you want to tell her how we met?
So it's actually corny. Okay. So
I'll be right back.
I was just
sorry. I have to take my nighttime meds. I'll be right back.
All right.
Okay, you take over. Plus, I have to potty.
Okay. So I was just browsing YouTube. Just browsing. I was bored. I was on YouTube, searching the streets of YouTube, looking for new people to hang out with, new communities, and came across Jen's channel. So, and I've been hanging out ever since. I'm not here for every live, but I tried to be here for every live since I've been here. You know, I do frequent other channels outside of mine, you know, to try to meet new people and communities and stuff like that. You know, my biggest thing is, you know, is breaking the stigma around mental health. And when she was talking about mental health, I decided to, you know, pipe in because I support people who talk about mental health, you know, and who care, people who make mistakes. How you doing, Jendi?
I'll be right back.
Yes.
I'm going to the powder room now.
Okay. So, yes, you saw me on True Crime. Yes. But, you know, I just, yeah, Miss Liability, you know, and I want to make it to where, because in my opinion, my humble opinion is there are a lot of women who don't understand men. And there's a lot of men who don't understand women when it comes to mental health. Because a lot of men are not in touch with their emotions. So, yeah.
Okay, I'm back. Hey, have you ever heard the term you had to pee like a racehorse? I don't know what racehorse
Yes.
it was, but I was in the lead.
So, Shelly Kelly, I used to be part
Hey,
of the
honey.
true crime community before I became a creator. Yes.
Absolutely. No, sorry, the puppy's trying to rip my sock off. No,
Yep.
sorry. Okay. So yes, I had to pee like a racehorse. What are your thoughts on boys are often overlooked when it comes to abuse? What are your thoughts about
They
that?
They are. You know,
No.
and a lot of us men who have
Come here.
been abused, either form, and it affects us, we're told to suck it up and get over it, when it doesn't work that way.
Right.
It does not work that way.
I think back in the 80s, though, I wouldn't say whether it had been boys or girls. It was no idea. I just thought back in the 80s CPS wasn't great at all, but I mean there hold on. Oh my gosh. Go on,
I'm involved, Shelly Kelly. I get around different communities. Yes. And negative reinforcement. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Ooh, Eddie. You know what? Back in my drinking days, I probably would have ate this. It smells delicious, Eddie.
Milk bone?
I don't know what it is, but it smells pretty darn good compared to what I've been eating. Let's see what this is. It's easily digestible. That's good. Meaty middle made with real pork. You know how long it's been since I had a pork chop? We ask girls questions and forget stuff. Yep.
Trust me, I know, because I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor.
I listened to one of your lives about that, actually. The S trauma. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
This stuff is hard. That stuff is really, really hard. And that's why it's hard having a channel, because you don't really know what you can, what's okay to cover and what's not. But I'll tell you what, like with the crime channels, did you just, what got you to wanting to cover mental health, if you don't mind me asking?
So, I used to be into true crime big time. Well, not really. I can't say that. So I was always interested in true crime because of the Danny Rawling case that happened in Florida. Okay. I lived in Gainesville when those 5 college students' lives were taken. One of the victims was my godbrother's next door neighbor, godbrother's friend's next door neighbor. So it happened close to home, basically. So I've always been interested in true crime, but I didn't I used to watch Forensic Files, and I'd watched 48 Hours and things like that,
What year?
What year did Danny Rawling happen? This was back in the 90s. He just got I think he got the penalty like 15 years ago.
Mm-hmm. What is your thought on? Oh, sorry. Go on. I've never heard of that case. How do you spell it?
It's called the Gainesville Ripper, Danny Rawling.
Oh, right. Hold on.
It happened August of 1990.
Is his name Danny?
Florida. Yep.
He looks like a weirdo.
This happened in 1990.
2006.
Yeah, that's when his life was taken. Yeah, he got the
college students.
Yeah, he did more than that.
He got
Yep.
Possible
the penalty.
Yeah.
He did more than that. So that case is what piqued my interest in true crime. And then I left true crime, got into music, focused on music, and then got back involved in true crime when the Kylie Rodney case happened.
They made the movie Scream based on this. It said that the movie Scream was kind of based on this. Wow.
You sure?
The true story behind the killer who inspired Scream. Yeah, the Gainesville.
Inspired Scream, not based off of Scream.
Oh, inspired. Sorry.
Yep.
Did you?
Huh?
March a struggling actor. Okay, you are right. Sorry. Okay, what do you think of the Haley Cummings case about the little girl that disappeared?
Haley Cummings?
Mm-hmm. Little girl that disappeared. Ronald Cummings. Wait, Cummings. Why do I feel like I said? Hold on. It's a little girl that this was a little bit right around. Hold on. Why do I feel like I Roswell? Haley Cummings. Hold on. She disappeared in Florida.
What year?
2009.
I wasn't
Haley
living
Cummings.
in Florida at that time.
She disappeared in Florida, and Kylie, so sad. Yeah. That's what I don't mind covering true crime. I don't mind covering it. I like, some of the stuff like Yolanda Salvador or something, the person who unalived Selena. She's up for parole.
Yeah. So one of your friends hit me up on and wants me to come up on panel and discuss that case.
How do you feel about that?
I don't mind it.
Well,
I already
she's
said I was
64
down.
years old. I'm going to text her actually and ask if she wants to cover it this week, but I still want to do that DBT therapy stuff.
Does anybody remember Harmony Montgomery? I covered that case too. I was living in New Hampshire when that happened.
I'm looking it up right now. Oh, okay. Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. I lived in New Hampshire when it happened. When the case and everything.
Oh my gosh.
I was working at a
When they had
nightclub.
the Amber Alert based on that little girl that disappeared, that was sad.
Yep.
Natalie Holloway, that was sad.
Yep.
I don't believe they found anybody. Do you remember Kristen Smart, the girl that disappeared? She went to Polytech. I believe it was Polytech back in 1996. I don't think they had it. Just like I said, there's so many old crimes that people are not covering because there's so much stuff right now that's being covered. And I always feel bad because in the cold case division, most of their stuff is down in the basement because they don't have a lot of people to cover cold cases. They really don't. They don't. Don't you feel bad for people like that have lost like relatives and stuff like that? And decades go by.
Yep.
Decades.
Yep. Yep.
Lori Valladay's son has a YouTube channel that covers her. No, where is he? Dr. Orr Kuntz. Where is he? Who's that?
There's like I got into the Quentin Simon case, and that's when I started my YouTube channel during the Quentin Simon case.
Let's see. That says it's a doctor nearby. Okay, Dr. Orr. We have to have some and I've been binge watching. I don't know if you've seen it, but this is kind of unrelated. I don't know if you've heard of House of Villains. And I've been binge watching that for like 2 days. 2 days. And you buy the episodes and stuff like that. I'm just trying to find something that everybody wants to talk about. Camping with his mom and dad disappeared. Dr. ORR. Oh gosh, I surely wish that she would stop biting my feet. Okay. Oh, Dior. Okay, this doesn't have a space in between. Okay, Shelly. August 4th. It's been 8 years since 2-year-old. Oh. I watched this. 10th, 2015. Philip Klein with Klein Invest. He's in Netherlands, Texas. Okay, let me see here. No, you're okay. Have you heard of this case, Eddie?
No. There's a lot of cases. See, the thing is, and this is the reason why I kind of stepped away from true crime a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is if you're a true crime channel, you're not gonna you're gonna cover multiple cases throughout the week, not just one case every night.
He is so
You're
adorable.
gonna, yes, you're gonna cover several cases. One night you do one case, the next night you do another case. If new information comes out, you go back to that case, and then you start another case. And if new information comes out, you go back to that case. That's, in my opinion, a true crime channel.
Right.
Okay, you're not going to solve a crime. When you're a true crime creator, you're not an investigator. You're a creator to get the info out to the public. Yeah, I know I could. I've never thought about doing it. The reason is because, you know, it's there's you know, I've thought about, I'm about protecting children, I'll tell you that. I'm about protecting children. Yeah, I know about the Valor Daybell. I covered that case too. You know,
Yeah,
there are 500,000 missing children.
right. And the thing is it's like in I watch a lot of unsolved mysteries. And that's
Yep.
where I watch a lot of the cold cases. And then there was actually a show, I believe it was called Cold Case. And you just, yeah. And one of the things that Clint and I do, like if we watch unsolved mysteries, if they don't give an update, we'll start Googling things. And see, that was a big thing I was really thinking about covering, because I was doing the Lifetime based on true stories and stuff. But I mean, that's why I said, you know, I want to cover like coping skills for, you know, stuff like mental health and whatever, but I don't know. I like watching a lot of cold cases and stuff like that. I really do.
Yep.
Which a lot of people, they don't want to do it. You have to have the heart, not saying that you don't have a heart. You know what I'm saying? You have to like be able to dedicate all that time.
In some cases, can emotionally drain you.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if you're a survivor of SA and
Right.
CA, it can be triggering emotionally if some of these cases involve that. Like here in Florida, there's a case that we were covering recently called the Maddie Soto case. I'm pretty sure most of you have heard Maddie Soto.
And they say a lot of the reasons that cold cases aren't solved is budgetary constraints. Original investigators are no longer involved, potentially because of retirement, resignation, missing or incomplete documents. And that's just one life. You know what I'm saying? Just one. I feel like it's so freaking sad for like families that are waiting for their loved ones to come home, or when you have to classify them as being unalived and you never find the body. That's what really upsets me.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Like that Kristen Smart case. Let me see here. I'm going to wrap it up in a little bit, real soon. I didn't think I was going to stay on here this long. SCN. Smart. Yeah, Kristen Smart, a 19-year-old California Polytechnic State University freshman, disappeared in 1996 after attending a party. She was never seen again. Yep. I kind of want to cover that too.
You know, there's
yes,
yeah,
ma'am.
and the thing is, we can't, due to terms of service, YouTube TOS, you can't even say that T word.
Oh, wow. Hey, Bulletproof. 50K, is that including the illegal immigrant children? So sad. Yeah, it is sad. It's disgusting. Yeah. So
I believe so. I believe so. I believe so. If my numbers are accurate. If my
mhm.
numbers are accurate.
Oh my gosh. Combinate the Black Delilah, Lizzie Borden. What is the longest
Yep.
cold case in history? Wow. Okay, well, I'm going to eat. I need to eat. And I'm getting tired. So I'm going to go ahead and close in prayer.
I
What time
thought
do
you
you
would have
get back?
ate by now.
I
I
didn't.
thought you would have ate by
No, I
now.
can't eat while I'm live. No. So do you want to tell everybody the next time you're going live? I'll be live sometime tomorrow. Tomorrow,
Tomorrow,
what time?
4:30 p.m.
Okay,
I will
cool.
be covering rage disorder.
Well, Monday I have nothing going on. On Tuesday, that's when I have to go see the oncologist. So fingers crossed with that.
Yep.
So do you want to pray or do you want me to?
Huh?
You want to pray?
You're good. You're good at praying.
Okay. Father God, thank you for our day. Thank you for everything in our day. Please forgive us for the sins we have committed. Thank you for everybody coming in and supporting everybody. Our heavenly precious name we pray. Amen. Oh, absolutely.
Amen.
Please come back. 988, that is the number for the National Suicide Prevention Hotline number. There is somebody that will listen to you, anonymous and unbiased, even if you're feeling the S word or not. There are resources that you can go to get help that costs absolutely nothing. If you need, Eddie, do you have any resources that you want to put out?
Just remember, you're not alone in any struggle you go through.
Nope, not at all. So what time again tomorrow, Eddie?
4:30 p.m.
4:30 p.m. And if you guys could
Eastern
subscribe
Standard
to
Time.
Yep. And I will be live probably earlier than that. I'm not sure if I'm going to do a craft or what I'm going to do. I have 2 boards painted, so probably one of those. So thank you for coming up, Eddie. I really appreciate it. And everybody that came in the chat, thank you. It started out a little choppy, but we brought it in. But thank you, Eddie, for coming up. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right. You all have a very good night. You too, Eddie.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.